Oh, guys, enough is enough. I am absolutely not in support of this much too much whatever situation. At the end of the day, we are human beings. We cannot treat people like this. We cannot treat people like this. Yes, this is our country, this is our home, this is everything, whatever that you guys are saying. But see, what happened to humanity? What are we fighting them for? There's a way of doing things. I have never seen you guys doing it much too much, fighting our own president, Kuti, create job opportunities, we want free education and all of that. Why are we fighting our own black people? Because it's our bantu. Guys, I've seen a very traumatizing video. And because everyone who is not involved, our own Bafana won't be involved with AFCON because you guys are mistreating people from that side. Why are we doing that? We tried Islamophobia, didn't work, and everything that you guys are trying, it's not working. Are we fighting them because they were told in a very young age, they need to be independent, they need to be smart, they need to be financial stable at all times? Because I'm not saying they're all saints, yabo, but why are we attacking each and every single person? Even the innocent one that haven't done anything. I know there's a home affairs situation happening. Okay, this one is understandable. I know that there's drug situation. Okay, this one is understandable. But how can you fight a doctor just because of Fundile and Uzosiza in our own land? These people are highly readed, they are smart, they were taught in a very young age, they're very different from us. They're hard workers. Are we intimidated by that? Instead of asking them, Guti, can you please help me here? And they are very humble people. I have chilled with Nigerians and they have never done anything to me, and I have never heard anything from that side. Guti, maybe our South Africans, they are not happy, they're not treated well. But here we are, Tina, we are mistreating them as if asiba abantu. It's even worse because should anything happen in one of them, that war is gonna affect the entire country. Can we please just come back home and think about it? There's a way of doing things. Speak to the president. Fight the president. Not them. Not them. Because even when you're putting yourself in danger. If someone is beating you up, obviously you will also react towards that. Now, there's a way of doing things. I don't know who's leading this movement kind of thing. It's actually putting you guys in the wrong direction, because it's gonna come back and affect the entire country should anything happen. I just saw a very traumatizing video and I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm a human being. I don't want to see anyone go through that. How would you feel your own sister and your own brother jump like that from a high building? This person has a family, kids, wife. Why are we forgetting that? What happened to Ubuntu Beto? Hi guys, angeke shem. Nyadiga shem angifuni udlala ngani. Never. AmaZulu this, AmaZulu that. Yini nisilethele izinkinga abantu besithulele, and amanye ama-province, they are not doing that. It always starts la eKZN okhombisa ukuthi sina siyadluludela. I guess enough is enough. Ngeke ingazi abantu zenzeni, like for real. Dilana nalaba abenza izinto ezibhede in this country. Do you have proof? Have you seen them? If you have proof, provide proof. Act right, you see. But what are you guys fighting for? It's not worth it. Impilo yomuntu at the end of the day, regardless of who this person comes from another country. Yo, awa.
fellow South Africans, Africans in particular, I just want to have a conversations with my South African brothers and sisters. Let's have a conversation. Attacking foreign nationals who are black like me and you, how does that benefit us as a country? No, this is just a question. How does attacking other black people as black people benefit us as a country? It doesn't benefit anybody. It doesn't benefit anyone. Anyway, these groupings of March and all of that, I don't think they understand the ramifications and the consequences of what they're doing. I don't think they understand. Okay, for those who may not understand what I'm talking about, let me tell you, we've got more to lose than to gain in attacking foreign nationals. We've got everything to lose. And let me tell you if you don't know, South Africa is the biggest or the highest in terms of exporting goods into the African continent. We are making money as South Africa out of these African countries. There are so many South African companies operating in the African continent. The last time I checked, the free trade agreement that was agreed upon, I think it was back in 2021, is actually benefiting us as South Africans because we are actually even trading on a zero tariffs, right? And when I check per annum or every year, we benefit as South Africans a total of over 250 billion out of this trade of goods and services in the African continent. We make no less than 450 billion a year. I can tell you, if you check the export versus the imports of what we import from our African brothers and sisters and compare to what we are exporting to them, it's very significant of what we are exporting to the African continent. I mean, Shoprite is a South African company, by the way. It is operating everywhere. Shoprite is hiring South Africans here in South Africa. What will happen if the Zimbabwean people were to block every truck, everything that is crossing over to Zimbabwe? What will happen if the Botswana people whom you call foreigners were to block the trucks that are actually exporting things which are being produced in South Africa where South Africans are working? Do you know that this trade of South Africa with the rest of the continent of Africa is actually has created more than 200,000 jobs for South Africans? You actually don't understand how deep this thing is. The attack on foreign nationals in South Africa, it will not benefit us. If anything, it's got a potential to actually even collapse the economy of this country. You know, look at what is happening in the United States. Trump administration is actually very hostile to South Africa currently because we support Palestinians and we actually took Israel to the ICJ. That alone has actually made us the enemy of the United States. But I'm just saying to South Africans, understand how deep this thing is. You are losing one of the big countries in terms of trade, which is the United States. You still want to lose the at-home advantage of the African continent trade agreements and all of that because of xenophobic attack on Africans. I can tell you that the attack on foreign nationals is going to affect an ordinary South African on the ground. I can tell you that. I told you when earlier on that the taxi industry is dominated by the Zulu-speaking people in KwaZulu-Natal. And if these people were to leave, these so-called foreign nationals were to leave this country, it means that the taxi industry will have to hike, will have to increase their the price in terms of taxes. Why? Because the people who commute on daily basis in majority are these foreign nationals, giving money to South Africans who own taxis so that they can operate and be able to pay installments of those contents and all of that. You want to chase them away. All right? We are not saying people must be undocumented, but leave that to the law enforcement. Leave that to government. March to government offices. Don't beat up people on the basis that they are black and Africans. That is xenophobia and that is Afrophobia, which must come to an end. I don't think these charlatans and anarchists, these nincompoops, these hooligans, Abongizo and all of that, understand that this thing is going to, actually there is no winner in what we're doing. The attack on Africans has got no winner between South African and Africans. We are not going to, if anything, we are a laughing stock of the world. That look at them. They are actually fighting amongst each other. Right? I fail to understand that. I fail to understand that. Please understand that if you don't know, South Africa export oil from Nigeria. South Africa export oil, more oil than anywhere in the world. We export from Nigeria. And if these people were to say MTN must close shop in Nigeria and everywhere else, who owns this network, MTN? It's South African companies. Who owns ShopRite? It's South African company. And it's operating in those countries. So if you say foreigners must go, it means foreigners in the name of ShopRite must leave. Who benefits? I can tell you, there is no winner. In the best interest of progress and of prosperity as a nation, we should reject this charlatans and isolate these groupings that seek to rise over the blood of other people. It can't be. It can't be. And we told you before that it's not easy to be documented in South Africa. It's very expensive. It's not easy. It might look easy on pen to paper. It's not easy at all. People don't choose to be undocumented. People don't choose to be undocumented. It's very difficult. And no one enjoys to be undocumented. No one. No one. And let me tell you, my South African brother and sister, okay? Let me tell you that you need to understand this. The reason why there are no jobs in South Africa is precisely because we don't beneficiate as a country. Our raw materials leave this country as raw as they are. As raw as they are. We are creating jobs in Europe and everywhere else. We should be building factories here. We should be beneficiating here. We are rich in minerals. So that's where our jobs are going. All right? So please, my brothers and sisters, we cannot afford to fight amongst ourselves as Africans. We can't.
I don't like involving myself in political issues and everything, but I feel like this is something that I definitely need to speak on, because I've just been scrolling on TikTok, and to my surprise, I've been seeing a lot of videos on the strikes that are happening in South Africa and all the xenophobic attacks. And people are on the streets, they're marching in Pretoria, everywhere. Job Exhibit, and they're busy with ballots and those placards saying foreigners must go, blah 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 blah. They're taking our jobs, guys. Which jobs are you talking about? Like, which jobs are you referring to? Because most of the Zimbabweans that I personally know, they work as garden boys, they work as housemaids, they do those minimalistic jobs. So if we're saying foreigners must go, hey, they're taking our our jobs, which jobs are we talking about? Which jobs are we really referring to? Because if you're really talking about foreigners must go, definitely you're going to be matching in Sandton, you are going to be matching in Rosebank, you're going to be matching in Melrose, but you cannot access those places. So you target the places that you know, which okay, fine, we can attack Abo Hillbrow, we can attack Abo Uville. If you guys are looking for the real foreigners, if you guys are looking for the real people that are stealing your jobs, go to Sandton, go to Melrose. I mean, those are the places where you find big bosses. But because you know good, that's way above your tax grade. You know what, you definitely cannot strike in Sandton. Then you decide to know it's okay for us to be beating people in Newville. It's okay for us to be beating people in Pretoria. Honestly, you guys, I am not for undocumented people in South Africa, right? I understand everyone that lives in a country, they have to be documented. I, for myself, I live in Germany. I am documented. So I understand it's not good for the economy to have immigrants that are not documented. But if you look at this properly, I mean, personally, I grew up in South Africa, and I grew up in South Africa. I've got relatives that currently live in South Africa. So basically, this is the matter that I find disturbing. It's not easy to find documents in South Africa. I've got family that stay in South Africa, and up until to date, they are still using the Zimbabwean permits that the government is even failing to renew. So if you're saying these people are undocumented, why isn't the government working on giving them proper documents? Why isn't the government putting on proper systems? Okay, everyone that comes into South Africa, either you come in with a visa or you come in with proper papers, when the government is able to issue out those permits, issue out those visas. Basically, the problem that should be dealt with, it's not undocumented immigrants, but the problem should be the solution to all of this is the government giving people documents, legal documents for people to stay in a country. And as of this xenophobic attacks, like, people need to be educated. If you were to sit down and read through history, you would understand Zimbabwe. I will specifically speak for Zimbabwe because I'm a Zimbabwean. Zimbabwe hosted soldiers during apartheid. If you were to go through history, you would understand Zimbabwe was once a host. Zimbabwe was once a refugee for soldiers during the apartheid times. But because we are so blinded, because we don't even guys, this is basically a matter of is policy important. Like, I'm not insulting anyone, but I'll just say is policy important. There's no sense of they're taking our jobs. Hey, foreigners must go. Guys, as Africans, let us learn to be united. It only takes umuntu that is not well traveled. It only takes umuntu that has never been to other countries to be beating up their fellow African. I live in Europe, right? I live in Europe. It's so amazing. It's intriguing. It's amazing. It's interesting. You can literally travel from Netherlands to Austria without even needing a visa. There are no borders. There are no barriers. But because I'm Africans, we are so much close-minded. We think having other Africans in our country, they are destroying this, they're destroying infrastructure. Yes, of course, there are those bad apples. There are those foreigners that are doing illegal deals and everything, but we cannot paint all Africans with one brush. Some other Africans that live in South Africa, trust me, they're earning an honest living. So then the foreigners must go, they are taking our jobs. Guys, why is it if mas ngama foreigners, why is it why is business abamnyam? Like, not to insult anyone, but this is really disturbing. And I, for one, I know I am a nobody, but this is really disturbing. Thank you.
So today I've decided to come here at Small Street. I want to show you how many of our South African people come here to support these foreign shops that some people want to close so bad. Do you see like Small Street? Do you see South Africans wanting to buy in these shops? Inside the shops is people, South Africans, buying. They want to close down these shops that our people buy from, and they want to tell you our people who want these shops closed down. Ask yourself, whose agendas are these people pushing if they want to close these shops that our people buy from? Our people literally enter these shops and buy every day consistently. So that's why you saw when this street was closed, when they were marching, our people were asking, when is Small Street gonna open? They were asking, when is Small Street gonna open? Because it's Tina Singamarana, Tina Hayes, Funu Panda, Tina Suni Pasha Zewita, Funu Tengela Bantwana, this and that. Our people are buying from these shops here, shops owned by foreigners. Then they wanna tell you South Africans hate foreigners, they don't want foreigners shops. They want foreigners' shops to close down. Who are all of these people buying here? You're trying to tell me these are foreigners buying from these foreign shops here in Small Street? No, of course not. These are our South Africans who are buying in these shops. So when I also tell you guys that it's not the majority of South Africans who want these shops closed down, who have a problem with foreign shops, it's not majority of South Africans. Because when you come here a small, you'll see the reality for what it is. Not the online hype, not the online propaganda, not these so-called matches that intimidate people. All day when there's no matches, there's no internet hype. This is Small Street for you. This is Small Street for you. Proudly brought to you by me, Ntsakelo Wakamtaka Ngalamona Ntokolo Washmanje. Our people buying from these shops here. Shops owned by foreigners. Bangena kule shop, baphuma kule shop, bangena kwenye shop, in and out every day. Now abantu abase South Africa bangena kula ma shop lawa. Bayathenga a Small Street. What more do you want as proof that these things that these people are doing are ziko? Our people now, hey, these shops are owned by foreigners. We want to own these shops also. These are our South Africans buying from the same shops that foreigners own. So what's the problem, Kanti? Kanti, what's the problem? Or maybe these people don't want our South Africans to buy from these shops anymore. They want them to go to a Masantin Mall and buy from those expensive, luxurious shops. Not everyone can afford. Not everyone can afford. The same way not everyone can afford to go to a garage at Sugu and buy bread. There are go to a Pakistani shop and buy bread. It's the same way not everyone can afford a Mazara, a Nike and all of that. Some people rather come here and buy from these shops. So, mina ngazi bafethu ukuthi nifune prove njani masintshela ukuthi our people have no problems with foreigners on the real. It's just a select few people who are pushing these agendas out here. The real Small Street. Our people, our real people, these people are claiming they are representing, are not fighting foreigners. They are not busy intimidating these people here. These people are running business as smooth. Today is the first of May, Workers' Day today. A Small Street. You don't see people trying to close down anything here. You don't see not even the police. Nothing whatsoever. So you must get the message when I tell you that nobody is trying to close down these shops here. Our South Africans don't have a problem with foreigners. Our South Africans have always supported these shops. They've always bought from these shops. They don't have, let's go that side. They don't have a problem with these shops. Let me show you. These shops here. Or people are coming to buy from these shops like Small Street. They don't have a problem with buying from these shops. They are not feeling this thing these people are telling you, oh, when we buy from these shops, we feel like we are not supporting shops that don't pay tax. No, they are not thinking like that. There's shops here, people coming here. You don't see ordinary South Africans busy saying, foreigners must go. They are not saying that. They are not doing that. So, I'm not trying to show you propaganda. I'm not trying to promote things that don't have evidence. I speak about things and I make videos and I prove them to you. And I show you the reality of things for what they are. Not some online paid smear campaigns in jail or propagandas. No.
Hello Mzansi, welcome to Mgosi waseMzansi. We all know ukuthi currently from foreigners in South Africa, and most people they are in support of March and March ngezemkhono Jacinta uphakela umthakathi and everyone lophumako ayoqosha yosho ukuthi abahambe. And there are people who are saying ukuthi what they are doing is wrong. Why are they chasing away our African brothers and sisters? It's so sad. njengoba siva naba bosisi nabobhuti bakhuluma ukuthi le nto le intekala Mzansi yokucoshwa kwama-foreigners i-wrong, babacoshelani, waye babatreat-a kabi, and people really don't want kuva tinkhulumo letifana naleti because bavela bone ngazuthi understand where we come from, ni-understand ukuthi labantu bamosha kanjani i-South Africa. Uma nithi nina singabacoshi nisho kuthini? So bayasho nje ukuthi ku-wrong lokuqoshwa kwama-foreigners la South Africa. Do comment your thoughts down on the comment section. I'll see you on the next one. I'm signing out. Goodbye.